And keep relax your body and let your whole body weight go down and focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So dear Dhamma friends, before we going to practice, it's better in the beginning, you should know how you're going to do this practice. And when it comes to meditation, it's a important thing, let your mind to settle down. Because our mind always having this inner chattering and having inner conversation within ourselves. In the first level, what you should do, let your mind to calm down, relax. So that meditation we call samatha bhavana, tranquility meditation, or chitta bhavana. You bring your mind to one pointness. You centered with the one mental object. So that kind of like it's not a technique, because the technique is kind of like it's kind of like a mechanical word, but still to introduce this we have to use that word. So because when it comes to meditation, there are no techniques, because it's your own mental effort. And but in the beginning, the way you have to practice, how you have to do this is mean by technique. There is nothing else. So in the beginning, as our mental object, as our primary mental object, we bring the inhalation, exhalation. Why we cannot thought for this? Because our main intention is calm down the mind. So the mind happening because of thoughts. So if you use another thought to calm down the mind, it's not going to happen mostly. So that's why mainly we try to get the mental object out of the mind, out of the thoughts. So we take our inhalation, exhalation as a primary mental object and observe in front of the nose and your upper lip area, or inside your nostril, or in this ring of the nostril. So once the inhalation, exhalation happen, there is a sensation arise, and start to follow that sensation. Through the sensation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. So do nothing extra and follow it step by step. Let everything to settle down and don't have the inner conversation. Bring your all thoughts to this one point and stay relaxed, calm. Never try to go with any thoughts. So in the beginning, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. So separately, and from there, some inhalation. So from the beginning to end, start to observe entire continuation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. And see your whole breath body. And then little by little, you start to see some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, so like that. Each and every inhalation, exhalation different. So recognizing that and observing it is bringing your mind slowly to settle down with the primary object, and your awareness going to become more sharp and clear, and you're going to have less thoughts, and you're going to have more relaxed and comfortable posture, and you're going to have more awareness. So this is the practice, little by little you have to develop. And not only that, it develop your inner silence. So this inner silence is something very important, because we always have a self view, and we always have ideas regarding things, and we always scattering ourselves, we always have a conversation with ourselves. So we always have comments regarding things. So don't try to comment on things, and just try to observe very clearly. So without comments, when you observe, without ideas, without opinions, when you are able to recognize, that recognition will bring kind of like a calmness. So that is tranquility state. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again, and then let everything to settle down. Once you come to this tranquility state, from there, how you go to vipassana level of meditation, insight meditation, and panya bhavana, how you develop your awareness and with the understanding, how you bring the clarity to your awareness. So for that, slowly you have to recognize the change. When the inhalation, exhalation happen, just observe the change, and slowly get out of the all the names that as a inhalation or exhalations. And it doesn't matter, it is a long inhalation or short inhalation, it is warm or cold. Get out of this all the details, and don't follow any kind of introduction there. Because if you bound to introduction, or if you bound to techniques, or if you bound to practice certain kind of practice, your mind is not free. So you have to completely be free to observe. You have to completely empty to observe. And that level, when you observe and you recognizing this change and follow that change. So in the beginning, when the inhalation happens, and that inhalation brings the kind of like a sense that the feelings to your entire body, and observe it, how when the inhalation happen, what you feel, and that feelings bring the sensation, and observe it, recognize it, and that sensation bring the kind of mental formations. You recognize this as an inhalation, and this whole process, the cognition arise, or the consciousness awareness arise, and related with the inhalation. So what is happening when the exhalation happen, that entire process change. When the exhalation happens, the form change, and the feelings change according to that, and then the sensation change, and the formations change, and the consciousness or the awareness change. So the moment by moment change, observe within yourself. Don't focus to anything outside, don't focus to any past or the future. Just stay within inside this change. When you observe again and again, you feel more comfortable, and you start to see it more clearly. So that clarity will help to settle down your mind. And when it settle down, your breathing, your body, your mind, your thoughts, that everything settle down, become calm, relaxed, and this all become one. And from there, now you see the change. When you clearly experience the change, no desire arises in you related with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, looking for satisfaction. Even just for a moment, that is enough. So in that very moment, you are completely come out of the lust. And that helps you to naturally come out of the resistance or the anger. And that will help you to come out of the sloth and thought or the heaviness, this roughness in our existence. And lethargic situation or the sleepy mind or the tired mind, it will take out that and you feel more relaxed, comfortable and energized. And from there, now you experience this all in the present moment. And because of that, what is happening, your past and the future, this mind related with the past experience and the future experience, that the desires going to detach. And so as a result of that, you experience the present moment and no comparison. And from there you come to the clarity regarding the path. And now you know how this works. And now you recognize what the Buddha mentioned. And your self-view become clear. So in the Eightfold Path, Samma Ditti, the right view, this is where your right view start. So from there, you start to recognize what the Buddha mentioned and what is in the Dhamma and what is this monk's teaching and what is the community of Sangha, this 2564 years keep teaching. Now you recognizing deeply inside you. So that is how this path step by step go. So in the beginning, you develop the tranquility state, and that from that tranquility state, then slowly you observe your inner experience, and that experience, or you observe how it change. So with that change, little by little, you develop the understanding. So with that, we're going to practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left, and neck it straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply inhale, exhale 3 times. Find the sensation. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Stay focused with the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light. Through entire this compound, this village, this city, this state, this country, this world, and this universe. And as far as we can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding ourselves like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion, beginning from your heart, forward, to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to our life, so mainly our life divided to 2 parts: conventional life and eternal life. So the conventional life is based with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind regarding very this moment and very this life. this material life. And eternal life is after this time period. There is becoming happening, and relate that becoming happen related with the in this very present moment, whatever you take and whatever you hold it to your mind, and it's not going to go away from this very moment. It is start to bring different kind of feedback. So that feedback itself become our existence, and it go beyond our life. So that beyond our life becoming is our next life. So, but we have to mainly focus regarding the very this life. And when it comes to very this life, we all are struggling to have a very comfortable, relaxed, happy moment. But still, when situations happens and we get disturbed, and out of that disturb, sometimes what is happening? Our main fundamental qualities in our life we lose, and our human ethics sometimes we lose. So it is very important for you to maintain very balanced and comfortable and relaxed moment in this very moment. So for that, the very first thing that you have to do, come out of the self-centered idea and start to do the save up for others, and having a generous mind. Even you have personal desires, and that desires try to direct towards the benefit of others. As example, you want to become somebody yourself, and you study and you have idea to become rich. So it is a self-centered idea. And how you can divert it to do something good for others. Because when you become rich, using that money, you can bring more comfort to other people. Maybe you want to start a business, and the main purpose is to find the satisfaction for you. So, but how about when you have idea to do a business to give a good service to other people? So at the same, you become rich at the same time with the business, and but mainly you have idea to do something good for others. So the same thing, even when you want to become a doctor or an engineer or any other businessman, or so whatever, even the politicians, why you want to become a politician sometimes? So if you think about yourself, so it always going to take you to misery or unsatisfaction, difficulties. But if you have an idea to do something good for others, and it always bring you the opportunities to develop a very comfortable life, and at the same time your main idea become to do something good for others, that idea will uplift your life. So the main thing when we come to difficult life, if anybody experience some difficulties, if somebody feel like they are stuck in their life, and if they cannot find the purpose in their life, and if they feel kind of like that all the difficulties around them, the failures around them, they have the main reason for that, they have very egocentric, self-centered mindset. It is not personal. That is the very nature of the mind, and that is the very nature of the world. So then yourself start to do something for others, and have a purpose to give some benefit and share your life with others. And you will see how your difficulties come out. And when we look at the human history, the most of the rich people, when they had a very difficult time period from the beginning of their life, one of the best thing that they start to do is charity. They start to share that whatever they earn, And that's balance their business, and that balance their failures. So there are many reasons within this charity, and it releases you inside deeply. Another thing is, nothing is belong to us. We are part of this everything. So then if you have any idea to hold something, it always going to bring the difficulties. So then remember yourself, always have to have a mindset to do something for others. So that will slowly take you out from your own miseries. And that is one of the great human quality that you can develop. In Buddhism, this is called generosity or the dana. So dana is just not giving only the food. Giving food is one part of the dana. The sharing your life, sharing your wisdom, sharing your abilities, providing the necessary comfort to other people, and providing the necessary the environment for other people, also kind of dana. So then think yourself, even we see sometimes politicians, even the presidents, and even the monks, and even the most of the lay people, and they give dana to 100 monks, thousands monks sometimes. But that is good, we appreciate that. But mainly they have a self-centered idea out of that dana to get some benefit towards them. That's not going to become dana. So you have to release that main self-centered idea from you and have a very clear intention, giving the facilities or the providing the necessary environment for other people or even other living beings. And as a husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, or as people, as leaders, and we do many kind of generous activities. But if you go deeper to that action, there is something self-centered intention inherent. So try to take it out and completely be available for others and for to the outside service. And that is a kind of like a transformation that can happen inside you and uplift your awareness, uplift your consciousness. So that is one thing. And having a clear vision regarding that, giving the benefit and you completely sacrifice for others. And sometimes you think, is it possible? That's why you have the self-centered idea. But that self-centered idea, not to develop the egocentric idea. You have the self-centered idea. You want to become rich. Why? Because you want to do something good for others. It's kind of like, because you just cannot come out of that I or the self-centered mind, just become available. It's not going to work. It's not practical. So then that's why you keep the I, you facilitate the I, and you develop the I for a certain level. And but your main purpose, when you become strong with whatever the field you develop, and you give service to others, and that is where deeply your foundation become generous. Another thing is, so that we have to develop a self-discipline environment within ourselves. And when it comes to that, we carry deeper this emotions current within us. This emotion from morning to night, night to morning, every day, deal with our day-to-day activities. So suddenly you cannot take it out. You can do it if you have certain stronger practice. But in day-to-day life, what you can do, slowly start to divert your emotions to devotions. Devotions means the faith towards a higher purpose or something higher. And that's another way that kind of like you become kind of, you get into kind of a spiritual practice. But otherwise that it is very difficult to come out of this emotions pattern, because these emotions always have power to overtake your physical mental environment. So but the thing is, when you able to divert it to devotion, what is happening, you start to practice little bit chanting, little bit prayer, and you take 5 minute 10-minute meditation, or maybe you start to go to temple, you start to go to church, and you start to go to mosque, and you start to practice whatever your spiritual practice. So like that, you little bit, you divert that emotions, you because you cannot right away stop it there. It's like a pushing a button, you cannot hold it there. So then you little by little, you divert that emotions to devotion, and then what will happen, slowly, little by little, you develop certain clarity inside you rather than the fire. Mostly we develop the fire, and then when the fire become high, what will happen deeper inside us, the clarity disappear. But the devotion, it reduced the fire and it increased the clarity. So that is one thing. Another thing is, sometimes we divert our emotions in the wrong way. Remember, what you like, you become. That is a universal law. And what you love, it going to be always in your mind. And so what you love, it going to be always in your mind. What is in your mind going to become your life. So where is your treasure? That is where your mind. So the same thing. So then you have to know this. It is not personal. So then be very careful with what things that you love, because our emotions harbor and to certain environment. So then you always have to have love something higher than you. Don't love something lower than you, because it has power to take you down. So when it comes to this level, you have to be very careful. And today the world, and a lot of people love dogs, cats, and animals, snakes, like that. Loving an animal, nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, remember, if you give your life to that animal, what will happen to you? Because what you love, you become. So then you slowly detach from that, the higher level of human consciousness. You start to become kind of like that animal. That is a universal law. So then if you have emotions, don't divert it to this animal's behavior, because the mostly people get into attached to these animals because they are emotionally high. They're trying a way to divert their emotions. So then you have to be very careful, because we see when people start to get into these animals, and they start to have cats or the dog or the snakes or the other animals, they slowly detach from human. They kind of like a start to live, and they start to get into this animal environment, and anymore they don't have the connection with the human. It's nothing wrong having compassion regarding the animal. You have to love animal, It is, but remember, it is not only one animal. If you only love for the only your cat or the dog or the your snake or the whatever the animal you have, and it going to disturb you one day, it going to take you to a very difficult, hard moment one day. Remember, there are a lot of people and come here, and when they having a very hard, difficult time and they cannot let go, when this pet die, and they feel so lost and they don't know what to do. And that time they come to temple and start to ask help. So that's what I am telling. So if you love animal, it is okay. But remember, don't divert your emotions toward that animal. It is a low existence. You are higher than that. So always you have to remember to divert your emotions toward the devotion. That means to higher level of that. That if it is better, you love your, that whatever the unseen, the higher purpose than the lower existence. So be very careful and think yourself. And sometimes people don't want to tell this directly, but without telling directly, you don't understand this. So as parents, when you parenting, remember, you for your children, it is okay to give animals sometimes, but you have to be very careful, because if they start to divert their emotions towards the animal, and it is very hard to bring back towards the human. And that's why sometimes they don't get married, and they don't have a relationship with the other people. Sometimes they become so personal, so like that. And finally what will happen, you're going to have a hard time. That is the only thing happen. You don't get any wisdom out of that loving one animal. So then in this point, that's why when you having kind of like if you look for a very comfortable, happy life, just remember, in the moment, even though you feel that, you have to see what is slowly build up inside this. So one day at night in our neighborhood, there was so busy. It's like around 1 o'clock midnight. So then I wake up and I went out and I saw, more lot of people, and with the vehicles go here and there, and putting flashlight and look everywhere. And then one guy came to me and asked, did you see any dog? So then I asked what happened. So then this guy told, this our cat, our dog went away and escaped from the house. We couldn't find. So then I asked him, if it is your dog, if that dog love you, how possible that it escaped from you? So that's mean he is not in the right place. And he kind of like in the beginning he didn't get it, but later he smiled and he couldn't tell anything, because that is the reality. You think it is an illusion, you think it is yours. It is different. It's not even with the animals. Sometimes we emotionally divert our life to different things. So then you have even different habits, and smoking, drinking, dancing. So these kind of things, even the extreme level of sports. But your life is not your life. That is not your life. It is okay to do something, but remember, it is better if you divert your emotions towards something higher. Why? Because in one day you will see it going to bring the miseries to you if you don't divert and if there is no spirituality. So recently, see what happens, because that I know there are a lot of people, and so recently what happened, and you see there are a lot of the conversation went that regarding the 2000, I think 2011, that World Cup Sri Lankan cricket team that had the kind of like the match fixing situation, and people start to talk about it. So see, even that what you see today and what you see in the moment sometimes in society, even that people give their whole life for sports, and people giving so much emotions regarding situations. I don't think it happened, but as you know, there are a lot of situations happen even in the boxing field. It is not even cricket, boxing field, even the soccer. So in like that. So just imagine. And even like wrestling, there are a lot of young people go crazy. Even when we practice martial arts sometimes for demonstration, we train in a different way. We don't do the exactly the right things for demonstration. We modify it. And look, when somebody see it and get amazed and wonder, but it is an illusion. So the same thing, if somebody fixing match and then some team win, and you become so emotionally high, you become so happy thinking you win, you won the match, but look, you are in illusion. So that's everywhere. It is just not only for one field. So that's why it is okay to do things, but don't give your life for that outside things. Always remember, divert your emotions to something better and higher purpose. So that way, even you enjoy your life, and then little by little, you become a better person. When you become a better person, it is good for you, and it good for your parents, and it good for your family members, and it good for your entire human civilizations. So if you not become the best version of you, so what will happen? And that is not good for this entire human civilizations. So then remember, in our life, the emotions is something that you have to be very careful. So when you divert your emotions, you cannot stop it there. When you divert it, always remember to divert it to a right direction, to get into the higher purpose, and always direct your emotions towards the devotions, and you will be that uplift you will be a better person, and within uplifting your awareness. So that is the power with the becoming spiritual. So whatever spirituality you practice and develop it day by day, day by day, day by day, and then it will take you to the right place. If you have the right faith, it will take you to the right place. Another thing is the second one, and always remember to find the inner silence, because we always have chattering, talking ourselves, and always blah, 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 blah inside our mind. Proliferation, conversation, arguments. So we always have something inside us. And little bit calm down and relax yourself. Shut down that inner conversation. Be silence yourself. That is one of the great practice yourself to find the inner peace. Don't try to think about everything. And we are kind of like, sometimes we are like Charlie Chaplins. Why Charlie Chaplin always see, have you seen that movies? He's always moving, 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 and never stop running and moving and doing many, many things. We kind of like that. We always in something. So get into silence little bit. Don't try to have any conversation regarding anything. Shut down all the conversations, shut down all the thoughts, stay calm, relax. That is the practice in the samatha, tranquility state. So little by little, if you have the intention to bring your mind to that level, you can bring that calmness. So develop that. It bringing you deeper understanding and develop the listening ability rather than always talking. So the fourth one is the from there and go to the deeper understanding. It's the vipassana level of understanding. And when you get into the silence mind, from there your observation going to become sharp and clear. So what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, whatever the sensation, whatever the thoughts, going to become very clear. And that clarity will bring the understanding how these things come to be as they are without interfering from your opinions. So when you are able to see that, that understanding will take you to the next level of liberation or the transformation. So this is a process. As human being, you are more worth than you think. You came here not to experience the misery. Remember, manasa uchatiti manusa. Your awareness is more higher than, your mind is more higher than all other animals in this world. So then you have to use it. You have to have a very meaningful life, and you always have to have a higher purpose in your life. And as an ordinary person in day-to-day life, remember, your parents, your grandparents spend so much time, energy to give this opportunity for you. So then yourself, invest that life for something good for you and for others. And that way you will see, when the opportunity you have to share your life with something valuable for you and for others, and that is where the real joy going to happen. So this is spirituality, means is the one of the best way that you can enjoy your life. So spirituality doesn't mean you detach from everything and with the very dirty, ugly lifestyle you maintaining yourself. No, this is one of the way that you experience the reality, and within that reality you experience the real beauty without having any ingredients from outside. So it is a journey. So try to experience it yourself. And one time when the Charlie Chaplin traveling in Sweden, and he saw an advertisement, uh, there is an audition going on, look like Charlie Chaplin. They were trying to find somebody look like Charlie Chaplin. So what the Charlie Chaplin thought, oh, this is something good to try. So he went and stand on line and he's staying there. And now everybody go and act like Charlie Chaplin. And the real Charlie Chaplin also was in the line. Then what happened, his time came and the interview board and interview him. And then the real Charlie Chaplin, they couldn't find that they recognize him. That the real Charlie Chaplin became the eighth one, and before him there are best actors look like Charlie Chaplin was the seven people. And that day Charlie Chaplin told, and sometimes our imagination can become stronger than reality. So then remember yourself, don't allow your imaginations to become bigger than your reality. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay and healthy and Finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. So thank you very much, everyone.